There's this one photo I will never forget of Kristen Stewart and Kate Blanchett. Again, when I say mother, I mean that shit. And it's a kind of unified the lesbian community in a way that nothing else has.
Chappell Roan, who, you know me, I did say it as Chappell for many a day.
You were being kind of dirty with your work there.
You've led me astray many times.
There's going to be more roads that I take you down that you're going to say, Peyton, please, let's turn this bus around. And I say, I'm flooring it.
This is a summer for like being a hater. This is the summer of Kendrick Lamar saying, and I hate the way that you walk, talk, act, dress, look, everything.
I feel like the Ariana of it all, the Casey of it all, it was all very eat, pray, love coded. So I don't know about you, but I think we kind of like fucking made it. We have a podcast.
We are talking into the Shure M7B, like real podcasters, like real people with thoughts to share.
Real podcasters, TM. Hunter Yvonne Harris, Peyton Lindsay Diggs on the mic. Oh my God.
What was that thing
everyone's been waiting for?
What was that thing you shared that like buying a podcast mic should be harder than buying a weapon?
And that's true.
And maybe we'll prove that today, actually. I can't believe we're here.
Maybe this ends now. Who knows? But no, happy to be here.
Peyton.
Hunter.
Do the words Scary Island mean anything to you?
Unfortunately, no.
Oh my God. Wait, have you never watched Romy?
No, I've only been on it. Sorry. Sorry.
And we'll get to that at another point. When I tell you, I am like on an IV drip of OG Romy right now. Like I have just met, like via my television, Jill Zarin, Bethany Frankel, Kelly Ben Simone, Countess Luann de Lesseps, my absolute queen. Like I want to be Luann when I grow up. I've watched 3 seasons in a week. And I'm proud of it too, because Scary Island, no one could have prepared me for that. I mean, I'll just tee it up for you one day because it is shocking television.
I know we're on the verge of giving wellness check, but I'm gonna let that slide.
Speaking of wellness check, how are you?
I know. Wait, I shouldn't have set myself up like that. Hey, babe. Yeah, I've been better. I mean, I'm currently not to bring up actually perfect Real Housewives transition. Actually, this doesn't register for you yet, but I'm not well, bitch. Let's say that quite literally, in fact, because I have strep throat. Brag. Yeah, kind of the worst. Someone said that the worst they've seen is what my nurse said to me, and I said, okay, iconic. Not me making history.
And you know, your competition is like a preschooler.
Yeah, it's like me, and I'm going toe to toe with a like 3-year-old. Yeah, and I think I'm winning, unfortunately. But it's kind of been a week for me. I got a pretty intense, but it's kind of paying off if you can see me, facial. Amongst that, like getting an intense facial, and then right after getting strep throat, and then right seconds before that, not to take you all over this timeline, I did burn off. I'm new to lash extensions, and I'm also new to this thing called weed. And I really wanted to listen to the Billie Eilish album High. I thought that like cool Friday night, I'm an adult, like is my house, my rules, I can do whatever I want. But I did burn off a bit of my eyelash because I was too close with my lighter to the joint.
I actually don't even know how like physically that's possible.
Well, guess what it is? I'm breaking so many records already. It's crazy. A woman in STEM, if you will. Yeah, so I'm working on myself. We can say that.
So this week we're talking about Billie Eilish's new album, and we're joined by Tefi Pessoa, host, content creator, and comedian, to talk about Selena Gomez. So let me just say this.
No, let me say this.
Are you looking for a home for your worst opinions?
Are you a hater first and a lover of pop culture second? Consider this a glorified group chat, but we're not calling you out. No. We're calling you in. It's a safe space.
To talk shit.
But, of course, from Wondery, I'm Peyton Dix.
I'm Hunter Harris.
And this is Let Me Say This.
Let me say this. Let me say this.
So tell me more about how you almost burned off your lashes because of Billie Eilish. Actually, that's kind of poetic that you burned off your lashes listening to Billie Eyelash.
Lesbian LA of me. So, it's very LA lesbian of me to not only burn off my fake eyelashes, but also be listening to Billie Eilish eyelash alone on a Friday night, just trying to like feel everything I've ever felt, which it actually worked. I will say that. I was down a few lashes, but I was up a few beats because when I say, and I'm so serious, this album changed my life and woke
Oof.
me up. Birds of a Feather is a perfect love song. I have no notes. It's like it might be my second favorite, maybe at least top 3 tracks on Billie Eilish's latest album, Hit Me Hard and Soft.
Okay, let me
Which,
say this. I
on the title.
listened and then I had, like added maybe most of the album to like my favorites on Spotify. And then I listened again this morning and like I took back some of those faves. Like
Really?
I really only love maybe 3 of these songs. But I
Really?
don't like, I can't remember the last, I guess, I don't know. I like Billie Eilish, but I am not so like, super diehard Billie Eilish. But I do love Chihiro. How do you say that?
I don't know. And I don't care. It's not my business to know how to pronounce that, but I know what you're talking about. You can spell it if
But
you want.
she in her little bedroom pop, she knew what she was doing. That was a good
Yeah.
song. That was a good song.
I mean, I think the production on this album is so good, and I feel like it's a nice shift, like sonically, in what she's been doing. I will say, I feel too old to be a Billie Eilish stan. I feel like I'm more on the sidelines, kind of rooting her on in a blanket at home, being like, "You go, girl!" Like that's the age bracket I'm in. I can't say I'm like in the stadium going hard, but I really like this album a lot. Wait, what were the songs you liked then?
Okay, the one I just said, I liked.
If Birds of a Feather is not on that list,
Oh yeah, Birds of Feathers on the list.
okay, thank God.
Lamar de ma vie, Bittersweet and Blue, but I'm not sure if I like Bittersweet and Blue actually. I can't remember which ones those are. I need to listen again.
Yeah, it's towards the end of the album, and I will say some of those songs kind of start to blend.
And that's why I think I need to listen like individually and like because now I'm not sure which ones exactly I was in love with, but it is kind of interesting that like it's a weird time for the pop girls.
I will say I have to talk about, and you can't not stand the song Lunch. I will say Birds of a Feather is actually somehow a little bit more gay than the song Lunch, which is about eating out. Me being like, it's our own podcast, and I'm like, can I say eating pussy? Like, I don't know. I will say, like, that song, Billie Eilish's gay era, and I probably shouldn't call it that, but I don't care. We're all adults here, is something I've been looking forward to for years. Like, I knew I was waiting in the trenches. Like, that was a bi girl from the beginning. So I'm just glad we're all finally here and we're safe. We're here and we're queer. Let's just say
okay, I'll listen to Lunch, but I mean, I feel like the like women lovers anthem of our time is Beyonce and Miley Cyrus, Two Most Wanted.
Thank you.
That
Actually,
song is very
Thank you for bringing that
LGBTQ
up.
in my mind, in a pleasing way.
Hunter's like, "Ooh, I've heard of this." I know, ally. She said, "Like, girl, relax. You're taking it a little too much."
But well, listen, it's a hard time for pop girls. Like Beyonce is the only person who has, in my mind, like met the assignment, and over delivered.
Yeah.
The Dua Lipa album was disappointing to me. The Ariana Grande album, again, I'm in the minority on this, but I was disappointed by it. Casey Musgrave's album really did come and go. Taylor Swift, I feel like people are, acting like they like it a little bit more now because like you can really listen. But the more I listen to it, actually, the less I like it. Like I really only love Guilty as Sin.
Yeah, it's kind of been what we call like a pop flop. The pop girls are kind of in the flop era right now. I actually forgot Casey released an album, if we're all being honest.
And you're dirty for
fully
that
forgot.
too. How dare
But
you?
you know, it's my sister. That's my sister. And I'm so sorry to her, but I did forget.
Meanwhile, though, the newer pop girls are kind of taking it. Like Sabrina Carpenter, Mia Espresso, Chappell Roan, who, you know me, I did say it as Chappell for many a day. For many a day.
This is the difference between straights and the gays, because for so long, Hunter would be like, bitch, what the hell is a Chappell Roan? Or excuse me, a Chappell Roan? Like, you were being kind of dirty with your work there. And I would just be like, just stay on the winning side. Like, understand, like, this is the right team to be on.
But you've also taken me down many dark paths, i.e. boygenius. You've led me astray many times. And
unfortunately, I will say there's going to be more. There's going to be more roads that I take you down that you're going to say, Peyton, please, let's turn this bus around. And I say, I'm flooring it. Like that. Unfortunately, we're going to be here often, so I won't say anything about that. But yeah, I will say, like, Charlie XCX 360, can't deny it's a perfect pop song. It's so good. And I fear that's going to be what Dua Lipa thinks that she was giving us. I love a girl on vacation. I love a out of office email. I think it's one of the chicest things you can do. But I do need her to get on that Zoom and actually start working again.
Dua Lipa you're speaking about.
Dua Lipa for sure.
The Dua Lipa album sounds like an album that you make when you're dating someone who is 20 years older than you, which she was at the time. So that makes sense. I hear it in the music.
Who was she dating?
Director.
I only know this new guy who it was maybe a contender for a White Boy of the Week, or he's just
he auditioned.
a white boy.
He read for White Boy of the Week. Okay. I don't think he was brought back. I mean,
he's not booking.
He is on that Austin Butler show that my 86-year-old uncle loves. So he is that in his favor.
I'll take that.
But no, the Dua Lipa album, it really does just kind of sound. There's like not a real like banger on that album. Like I like Houdini. I don't love Houdini, but all of it just sounds very like, it sounds a little like too out of office, if that makes sense. I feel like the songwriting is like a little bit childish, like a little bit simplistic. And I find all of the like tempo just kind of like off. This is a summer for like being a hater. This is the summer of Kendrick Lamar saying, and I hate the way that you walk, talk, act, dress, look, everything. And Dua Lipa selling us optimism is like, I'm not picking up what she's putting down.
Okay, wait, that's so interesting you say that because I feel like that's what all the girls are doing right now is like trying to be like nice. We're like sick. I'm PU. But like I feel like the Ariana of it all, the Casey of it all, it was all very Eat, Pray, Love coded.
Yes, and maybe that's why the Billie Eilish record is working for me more because this does sound like there's a lot more emotional mileage in this album. Or at least I'm enjoying more. So. It's like an album for pondering and not just like Lover Girl, you know.
I will say Billie Eilish, if she's going to give you anything on any album of hers, it's just a good amount of sad. She is so good at being sad. And as someone who journals aggressively every single morning, no, I can relate. Yeah, I can relate. And I'm so thankful. Maybe it's like a queer thing to always be deeply in your feelings, even though your life is kind of fine and no one really asks you to, but you're going to feel it all, even the good and the bad stuff. But I love that I can count on her for that.
When I hear Billie Eilish, though, it's not always like weepy, sad girl sad. It does kind of have like a propulsion of like maybe self-destruction. Like there is like a deeper emotion there beyond just like, nothing is going my way and I'm like upset about it, if that makes any sense. And maybe it's just like a bigger, more authoritative baseline. But that's what I really like about Billie Eilish's music overall that I think kind of sets her apart. But that being said, I did not love the Barbie song. I'm happy to get something totally different from her because the Barbie song did nothing for me. And on top of it doing nothing, you hear it everywhere. Everywhere. It's a song I can't get away from.
Okay, if you weren't feeling this album to the extent that some of us in the room, maybe me, were, what do you want from her next? Like, what do you want to hear from her? No more Barbie. No more Hit Me Hard and Soft. Where are we now?
I'm not closing the door and Hit Me Hard and Soft. Let me be clear on that. But here's what I want from Billie Eilish. I want her to get into an audition room and find a director and make a movie. Like, she was so good in that one episode of the Amazon Prime show Swarm, the Donald Glover kind of Beyonce fan show. And Billie Eilish was one of the standout supporting performances of that series. And she was such a natural actor as like this kind of like woo-woo white woman who is like ultimately kind of manipulative that I was like, dang, like where was her Disney bag? Like I need her acting. She was so talented.
I fully agree. I'm just gonna yes and that really quick and say also, hear me out. I'm just empowering women, I don't know, behind the camera. Like she directs most of her music videos and they're so good. Like I kind of want my multi-hyphenate Billie Eilish, watch this space, let's manifest that.
She already has 2 Oscars.
I think we're cooking.
She's getting a 3rd and 4th. Like, let's go ahead.
Maybe I need her to EGOT. Wait, we're really being like she's Whoopi Goldberg status. Like we're really hyping her up. She's like 22. But watch this space. I mean, I do want so many wins for her.
I am a woman first and a Selena second. And that's my dirty little secret. I'm sorry. Have you ever heard the song Love You Like a Love Song? Like Selena Gomez is doing stuff in the studio that a lot of people are afraid to do. Like, and I will stand on that.
I won't identify as a Selenator. That's not my gospel. That's not my church. It's not my ministry.
But you know the song
I won't
Bad
deny
Liar
good pop
is a
song.
good song.
I won't deny it. Fetish?
You
Fetish?
know that I Can't Keep My Hands to Myself is a good song.
Oh, and let's talk about Lose You to Love Me, because some of us cried to that song, and I won't say who, but someone did.
You would. That's a little too much. That's a little too. But Fetish, especially the Gucci Mane remix, that is a woman who came to change the industry. That is a woman who came to make history.
Here to talk about Selena Gomez's cultural impact, the baby Bieber of it all, and whoever the hell Benny Blanco is host, content creator, comedian, Tefi Pessoa, baby. She's also co-hosting the upcoming Amazon Prime show, Influenced. We are so lucky to have you here, sister.
Hey, girls.
Now, I heard that you have a birthday that's the same as Selena Gomez's.
Let's get right to the meat and potatoes. You allegedly have a birthday. No, so-
Yeah.
I do. I hashtag J22 every birthday. And every birthday I say in my caption, hey guys, don't forget to tell Selena I wish you a happy day as well. And every year I tell myself I'm 1 year closer till she wishes me one too. I met her.
Brag.
Let me say this.
Okay,
She needed that.
brag.
She
Yeah.
needs those well wishes.
Well,
she's been through so much.
She's been through so much, and every time
And
I
she's
read,
still a singer.
she's still a singer.
Yeah.
You know what? I love that her style, her approach to Hollywood is take it or leave it, and she takes her career seriously. It's not some fetish. But I met her. I was very hungover because of who I am as a person. I always tell myself after like one martini that I can handle whatever comes the next day, and I can't. But for Selena, I did. I didn't brush my hair. There's a video of me. I will send it to you guys privately where I approach her, and I look like I just crawled my way out of the kidnapper's forest. Like it is so bad, but I was able to edit the videos to when I turned to her, and right in line, I was in line to meet her for the Rare Beauty event, right? And they're like, okay, she wants to meet like these influencers. I'm like, can you curse on this?
Yeah.
Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm about to meet my birthday twin. And I tell the person in front of me, oh, we share a birthday. And she goes, oh my God, I also share a birthday with her. I have been working out this conversation now for decades. This is all I've got. This is all I've prepared.
Oh my God.
Okay. It's like literally doing a competition, like a science project, and the bitch in front of you has also been testing out stains and which detergent works best.
It's like you're watching someone live your life.
No, and like she's not even doing it right. She's not even doing it right. So she goes up and Selena laughs, and I'm like, I'm getting verklempt just thinking about it. I'm like, I have nothing, Whitney. I have nothing.
Yeah.
So they're like, okay, quickly, you have 5 minutes, and each person gets 5 minutes. I was trying to come up with material, and as a yapper who has a consistent Vyvanse prescription, I usually am not speechless. I walked up to her and I said, oh my God, I've been smiling at you for so long. Don't you ever feel like if you look at your teeth for too long, they start to look like clay? And she went like this.
Tefi.
And I said, no, not you. And then
Tefi.
she's like, do you want to take a photo or something? I took the most horrible photo. It's still on the grid. I mean, I used it. I'm not going to not post that, but it's horrible.
Of course.
You can see the death in my eyes. Like I kind of looked like those poor unfortunate souls in Little Mermaid that are like, like those.
Oh, I love them.
I love them
their
too.
work.
But they don't love themselves. And that's where I was in that moment energetically. And then they're like, okay, go. And I'm like, I did something I've never done before. I'm like, no, wait. And she goes, what? And I go, we have the same birthday. And she goes, amazing. And then I walked away.
Ooh, amazing is somehow cutthroat.
Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
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 A slow amazing is really nasty.
No, I'd rather you punch me in the face. I'd rather you spit on me than tell me amazing or text me a ha. I'd rather you fucking stomp me out.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my-
Just
that-
actually kind of kick me.
I know, it's a lot.
That brought like a chill to my heart. Like, I'm so sorry that happened to you.
Well, apparently she likes my videos.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
Well, of course.
Well, but
Because
she's
she
also
knows- she
always on a
knows
social
better.
media hiatus, but then not.
She is. I'm just like her though, where I will be like, I'm not gonna read comments. It ruins my day. And then you have one wine, and you're like, and you're like, wait a fucking second, I don't like the tone of this. Or like you'll reply to a comment like, how did you mean that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When
yeah.
people are like, thank you
Yeah.
for making me feel so much confident about my body type. I've had one wine. Let's unpack it. She called
Now
me
now I got something to say.
what did they say to Marjorie Green?
Oh my
Oh,
god.
you know I've been trying to bring this up for forever. What is a blonde,
Ugly. Big
butch
body bitch. Bad built body bitch.
bad built butch body.
They called her an amoeba. I thought about the amoebas in like Osmosis Jones.
Oh, Osmosis Jones, take us there.
I can't even look at a hard-boiled
No.
egg.
That's why I
We
don't
ain't
like
going
Bill
to
Murray to
Osmosis
this
Jones.
day.
When
That's
the-
why I do not
when the
trust him
pimple
to this
pops
day.
on.
Absolutely nasty.
Yeah. But one thing about Osmosis Jones is everybody has a body. And in my body, in that moment talking to Selena Gomez, I was in an uncomfortable place.
Okay, Tefi, important question for you.
Uh-huh.
Are you a lover girl or a hater bitch?
Okay.
And that's a question, and that's not just like generally, yes, I need to know like as a person, and then on the topic of specifically, I would say not Selena Gomez, but Selena and Benny Blanco. I need to know that.
Okay.
There is a wrong answer for that last part.
There is. And
Yeah.
the way you're looking at me, it's like you don't expect me to rise to the occasion. Like I can feel it. I like Selena Gomez. I feel like you can't watch Wizards of Waverly Place and not be like, that's a fucking comedic genius. She has
Let's talk
given me
about it.
so many giggles and gaggles, okay? And I will say, on my platform, Pinterest, no, I'm just kidding. On my platform of Ticker
Shout out to
Talker,
Pinterest.
I have been like, when people are like, oh, you're not talking about Selena, you know, when she's having a little bit of a beef moment. And there's like, people are like, you're not talking about her, F you, like, da da da. And I'm like, I would never speak publicly, like speak negatively publicly about another Latina, like she's a Latina sister. And then somebody said something that changed my life.
Oh god.
Hailey Bieber's mom is Brazilian.
And let's talk about her name is Kennya. Her name is Kennya.
And say it, Hunter. And say
Her
it,
name
Hunter.
is Kennya.
And
The specificity.
well, not only is Selena Gomez a fellow birthday twin and Latina, I'm half Brazilian.
Oh my god, wait, we're twins. Like I'm a Salinator, but I'm also a Hailey believer. I'm wearing Road right now.
I think that changed my whole life. Before I was like, how dare she? And then people were like, and I'm like, of course she knew the chocolate lip liner hack. She's Latina.
It really is like my heart is just in two directions. Like
Wait, Tefi, are you a child of divorce as well?
Yeah, yeah, grow up.
Yeah, we're all on the internet.
Yeah.
We
We
are all
are.
children of
We're
divorce.
all kind of synced up. I just want to make sure we're all on the same page.
Yeah, like when people are like, are your parents together? I'm like, no, they're grown ups.
You're like, I'm an adult. I'm an
Yeah.
adult. Of course not.
What the fuck? Your parents are still together? Okay. But also Selena, child of divorce. Hailey is not.
Yeah. Ooh, that says a lot. That says a lot.
Ooh.
And it's because I'm a child of divorce that I can wear my Road lip treatment with my Rare Beauty lip liner.
Yes.
Let's talk about it.
You were
because-
raised to see both sides.
because I have this strength.
Yes.
Because I've seen both sides.
you
You're like,
rise
I've
to
seen
the
some
occasion.
shit.
Yes.
But let's talk about Selena Gomez.
With Benny Blanco.
What is her deal right now?
Yes.
Okay,
That
this is the thing.
we need to unpack.
I think what her ex-boyfriend did, like I feel like if my ex-boyfriend was texting me like I love you and then 8 Saturdays later was walking down the aisle, that'd be a little confusing for me too.
You're speaking, of course, about Justin Bieber, the terms
Yes.
of which he left Selena Gomez for Hailey Bieber.
Right.
During like a years long on again, off again thing
Right.
between Jelena.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jelena. I've never said it out loud.
No,
Jelena.
I'm it's gonna be
Like, I
like
guess that's
GIF,
what it
GIF,
sounds
or
like.
someone's gonna correct me. But
Or-
I'm strong enough.
Helena. No, whatever. Anyway, so, but I think that would have fucked me up beyond years because there's something that a situationship said to me 5 years ago that I still think about. 8 Saturdays ago, you're saying I do. You know what I mean?
That's rough.
And
You can't come back from that the same way.
no, and I don't expect her to be, you know what I mean? So take your time, heal. Everyone's like, we wanted to move on. And then fandoms are like, no, not with that one. He produced California Girls. Teenage Dream is the reason I got bangs in 2010.
Wait, I guess we have to
let's
we have
step
to
this
answer the
back.
question: who is Benny Blanco?
Benny Blanco is an iconic producer.
Iconic.
Oh my God, what hasn't
Iconic.
he produced? Have you seen what he's produced? There is not a song you dance to in the 2010s that he didn't put his whole Benussi in.
Say it. No, say it. Yeah.
Okay,
knew where you were
I
going with
don't
that.
think that he
has produced Kesha, everything you can think of.
I don't know.
That's the
No,
reason that there's a lot of beef too, because he helped
No.
produce a lot of Justin Bieber's work, so Selena, Justin, and Benny have known him for many years. Also, I have heard from firsthand accounts of people that have been romantic with Benny that he is an angel.
Well, listen, that's awesome. I think
let me say this. I do not.
You don't
I do
like
not,
him.
I do not see Benny Blanco as like a top tier music producer. I think he's.
Read out loud what he's done.
I think he's fine.
No, yeah.
But what I
You said
know
share the
him
group.
from is cyberbullying Charlie Puth on TikTok, because that's what he did.
That's
That's how he came into my
Are you a
consciousness.
Puth girl?
I used to be, but I'm not anymore. I've
Evolved.
He's too much. He's too much. But I do love Voice Notes. His second album. Yes.
Oh, I thought you meant in general. I'm like, me too, girl. I'm sending them left and right.
Obviously.
No, Charlie Puth's second album is iconic, and I remember Benny Blanco.
Do you think that was real?
Yes, because Charlie Puth like called him and was like, "Ha, you keep joking with me," and Benny Blanco was like, "I'm not joking. I
Okay,
don't
well, I'm gonna
like
say
you."
something a little controversial.
Say it.
Charlie Puth is like the rudest motherfucker.
And I know that.
I just want to say, like, I do hold space for, and I'll hear him being a nice guy TM. I think it's incredible when men are
Can be
rarely,
nice.
right? Kind. Yeah, that's really cool. I will say, when I saw him on the Howard Stern interview he did, what was it, like maybe a week or so ago, and he was, and this is what pains me, is not like his discussion around Selena Gomez. He very clearly adores that girl.
Say it.
He was barefoot. I wanted to unlearn what his toes looked like. You know I don't like white toes. Is he white? I don't know. They're white enough.
I've never seen a toe and been like, I'm so glad I saw that.
Oh my.
I've seen one toe and been like, I'm so
we
glad I saw
are
that.
grown.
No.
Like, put
Yeah.
your shoes on. Oh
I
my god.
rather be spit on.
No, say it. Yeah.
When men wear flip flops, I'm like, that's
And that's a deal breaker. That we can't.
And it
do.
was
Sit right where
wasn't
you are.
flip-flops.
no.
It was not flip flop territory. It was just barefoot.
You can't
territory,
marry a
as he's
man
talking
who
about
does an
Selena
interview
Gomez.
barefoot. You can't do that.
No.
Like,
Yeah.
you can't.
One thing that I will say is, if Benny Blanco was my man and he continued to tell other publications and like podcasts that I had to trick him essentially to dating me, I would hit him with a car, with a Buick.
Sure.
Pedal
maybe a
to the
truck.
metal down, being like, oh my God, she like essentially begged me, like she wanted me so bad. I'm not afraid to go to jail. I would make lifelong friends in jail. I'd be really,
But, like,
really well liked.
Him saying that about us is him saying something bad about me. Like, you can't say that about someone you love. You can't like share that origin story. Just keep that private. Like, just say we love each other. Bye. That's the end.
Like,
No, I love to change the story.
Yeah, but
you're famous. You're famyous enough to just lie, and we'll take everything.
lying is
that we need.
free. I don't think
Lying
people remember.
is free.
Lying is
And
free.
in fact, it's encouraged.
Hey, don't tell, when someone's like, I think we should see other people. I'm like, well, that's the rest is none of my business.
Would you? They did. I will say on the show they did talk about, at least Howard Stern was like, I'm manifesting this marriage. Like, get the ring. Are we pro Benny and Selena forever? Or are
I don't
we
have a
hoping
man.
this
I
is
cannot.
just-
I cannot
No,
comment.
Okay, grow up. No one's together forever. Grow up.
Yeah, grow up.
But my
Right, children of divorce.
my third thought after I saw that Hailey Bieber and Justin Bieber are having a baby was
Yeah,
that
the
Selena
timing.
Gomez is going to rush to marry Benny Blanco, and then the divorce rollout will be.
I need to look at their astrology. I feel like not a lot of people are talking about their astrology. I can take one look at their graphs together and be like, they're gonna make it. However,
Okay, I wanna
being
see
a
that
JT2,
series.
but being a JT2 Cancer girly, I know we'll do anything to make it work.
No, you'll be fighting for your lives. I can't wait to see that 20-part series that does come. The only thing I care about with this relationship at this point is just the series that'll come on your TikTok afterwards.
This
with
is a
your
gift
little
to you
triangle
specifically.
breaking down.
I can't wait for it. I can't wait for it.
Well, I have a question to leave you guys with. What
it.
would you do if the wedding photos turns out that he was barefoot?
Oh no.
I don't think men should be allowed to not have their toes covered.
It's just
legally.
send,
I think
send the
it shouldn't
meteor
exist.
at that point. Send the meteor. King
Unplug the
Jesus.
simulation.
Pull out the gun.
If
Just
you're
give me all
Selena
back.
Gomez, after everything you've been through, all your trials and tribulation, and you walk down the aisle and you see that your groom, no shoesies, not even an ankle socklet.
Tefi, thank you so much for joining us. How can people find you on your social media of choice, which is Pinterest? We've learned today.
How Excuse me. I told you that in confidence. Now people are going to start using Pinterest. Great. I'm Hello Tefi on all platforms because Ola Tefi was taken as well as Tefi. And you don't even use your platform and you're in Venezuela. Give it to me. and in your dreams.
Here, we'll say that. Let me go to sleep right now then. Anyway, we love you so much. Thank you for coming on. Our
Thank
sweet
you.
Girl. Bye.
Bye.
Speaking of a white woman that I need more from, mother to many, mother to me, Demi Moore. Let me say specifically, Charlie's Angels full throttle star, Demi Moore, who just got a 9-minute standing ovation at Cannes for her new movie. I think it's called The Substance. And I just want to see her winning all the time. That woman only gets hotter with age.
I mean, Demi Moore invented the 40-inch bust down middle part. Like that was her work. Let me tell you. I read her autobiography at the beginning of this year. It came out maybe 2 or 3 years ago. It was so good. It was like one of the better celebrity memoirs I've ever read. It was really, really moving. But I love her. Like when I think about Cannes, I think about the Don't Worry Darling Summer, where it's like, the B plot of this was, did Harry Styles spit on Chris Pine? When the A plot of that Cannes was Florence Pugh, Miss Flo herself, skipping the Cannes press conference for Don't Worry Darling and simply like drinking Aperol Spritz, wearing a like purple Valentino set, living her best life, like simply above the drama. Like that was her Cannes. She took it that year.
No, Miss Flo was burned into my brain for far too long. I kind of miss where we were as a country when the Don't Worry Darling drama dropped. Like, I miss who I was specifically.
You remember where you were when you saw Olivia Wilde, like talking to camera, trying to get Shia LaBeouf to be in that movie. Like that was something to bear witness to. I'll say it.
As iconic as that moment was, obviously deep fried into my brain, I will say what I think about when I think about Cannes is actually, because I'm, plot twist, gay, Kristen Stewart, twofold part, Kristen Stewart running up those little stairs with her shoes off, and the way that like shook the nation to be like, she's so crazy, she's a feminist, she's radical, she took her shoes off. And I actually interviewed her about it once, and she was like, yeah, well, my feet hurt. Like, it was actually like not, she's like, I'm not trying to make a statement, I'm not trying to do, even though everyone responded in this crazy way, she was like, my feet hurt, so I took my shoes off. Like, I don't understand, like, there's A and there's B. And the other iconic Kristen Stewart moment, like, to me, Kristen Stewart belongs, I only think about Cannes and I think about Kristen Stewart because that's how my brain works, and Twilight, unfortunately, is kind of what birthed me. There's this one photo I will never forget of Kristen Stewart and Cate Blanchett. Again, when I say mother, I mean that shit. And I don't mean mother like slay mother. I mean mother like mommy. Sorry, mommy. That's how I mean it. And Kristen Stewart is looking like she could, I was gonna say eat her up, but kind of, yeah, at Cate Blanchett's like tits. It's so obvious that she's looking at her in a way that is WLW down, and it's really it's a kind of unified the lesbian community in a way that nothing else has. Maybe Portrait of a Lady on Fire, but that's unfortunately where I go. Not like, oh, cinema, it's like Kristen Stewart being gay on the carpet. All right, well, that's it for this week.
Now you know all about Selena Gomez dating that guy, parentheses, Benny Blanco.
And you know why we love Billie Eilish's new album, or at least one of us really does.
And exactly what Romy Mars needs to be doing next, which is everything.
Follow us on socials at Peyton and at Hunter H. And remember to head to Wondery Plus for our bonus chat about the baby girlification of Martin Scorsese.